Hello guys and welcome to another video from Time of Business. Today we'll be discussing how to open an Etsy jewelry business. Now if you're new to the channel, Time of Business is the perfect place to learn how to grow your online business. Whether you have an Etsy store, maybe you have a Shopify store, a blog, maybe even social media. We'll be talking about all of these stuff here. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss on another video. In this video, we'll be talking about 6 major points that you should take into consideration and also apply before and after starting an Etsy jewelry business. The first thing you want to think about is what kind of jewelry you want to sell on Etsy. Is it new or is it vintage? It is handmade or not? Can it be personalized or not? Meaning, can you engrave it? Can you write a name on it? Can you maybe ask for a custom letter, a custom message? So all of those things should be taken into consideration before starting on Etsy, before embarking on a journey such as selling jewelry on Etsy. Etsy is a very big marketplace and jewelry is one of the most competitive spaces out there. So you have to be very precise about what you want to sell. Maybe you have a local thrift store where you can outsource vintage jewelry. What kind of jewelry can you actually make? Is it pendants? Can you use epoxy resin in order to make jewelry? So take all of those things into consideration. Ask yourself, what do you like? Do you prefer vintage or new? Because that will actually determine what kind of customers you will have. Then you also have to think about price range, because you can sell something that is brass or made of wood, or maybe something that is gold plated, silver, or even gold that has diamonds or emeralds. So everything has to be very precise, because all those things combined will determine where you will be positioned in the market on Etsy. The second thing you want to get solved when it comes to selling on Etsy or on any other platform or website is product photography. You can either use your DSLR, so you can have a professional camera, or maybe you can go with a smartphone. These days you can actually take pretty good pictures with your phone. You can actually use filters, you can use editing software such as Lightroom or other apps for different kinds of phones, so for Android and for iPhone. Then you have to think about the background. White background versus colored background. From our own experience, white background is the best way to go. It is simple, it is clean, and it is very easy to stand out compared to other people. Another good way to go on Etsy when it comes to selling jewelry is to have a model. So to use someone, it can be you, a friend, sister, it doesn't matter, to actually wear those pieces of jewelry, and you can actually take those photographs on their neck, on their finger. So that will even be better, because some people, some customers prefer jewelry on real people. So they would actually want to get an idea of how that necklace or pendant or ring would look on your wrist, on your finger, on your neck. So that would be another way to go. The third thing you should think about and also optimize as you go along is shipping and packaging. Usually you should think about this before starting your Etsy store, but as you go on, you might want to upgrade your packaging or maybe to include more types of shipping. But packaging and shipping is very important on Etsy, because you do not want to have an order and not be ready to ship, or do not know how to ship that item. You do not have the perfect box. So make sure to outsource all of these information before you actually sell or have your first order. You want to go with something very small, minimalistic, and you can also think about branding. Engraving your brand or your store name on your packaging, so on your jewelry box, is actually a very nice way to keep on getting customers or to raise brand awareness. When it comes to shipping, you have to get different prices from different shipping companies You have to think about domestic versus international. Do you also want to ship outside of your country? Where are you located? Because if you are in the United States, the USA alone and Canada are enough for you to have a growing business on Etsy. But if you are in a small country in Europe, you should think about selling within the European Union or inside Europe, and maybe also focus on the United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, and so on. The fourth thing you should focus on when selling on Etsy is to actually not have that many variations within one listing. So you might go to top sellers and see that in only one listing they have 10 colors, 10 different materials, 10 different chains, and so on. For some people that can actually work, but when you start out, when you have a small store, it could actually impact it in a negative way, because people do not want to have too many choices to choose from that will actually get your customers off your page. So they will get away from your product because maybe they do not know the exact size for the necklace, the exact color, engraving, and size for their ring, and so on. So we usually recommend that you go with maximum 2 variations in your listing, so you can let people choose between color and material. So let's say I want a silver tone steel necklace, or I could go with a silver tone sterling silver necklace, gold with actual gold, or gold plated, or gold tone. So those would be enough variations for your customers to choose from. If you have more variations, so if you can get your customers to choose from more products, you can actually list more products on Etsy and use different variations, or only list the gold necklace here, the gold plated necklace there. You can go with more listings, which will actually bring on more traffic, since you can target more keywords and you can actually get more customers to your store. Before we move to the fifth tip, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video if you found any useful information, maybe share it with someone else who has an Etsy store or is thinking about opening an Etsy store. And if you want us to talk about something else, please make sure to leave a comment below, because we will be reading them and that will actually decide some of our future videos. Now, moving to the fifth tip that we have for you, that is SEO, so titles and tags. That is where your main SEO, so search engine optimization, will be. Try to think about your customer. Do not include broad keywords such as gift for him, gift for her, because those are very broad keywords. If you sell jewelry, the main stores will already be ranked for those broad keywords, and you won't get any piece of the cake. So make sure to state what actually is unique to your product. Maybe it is made in Ireland, maybe it is made of brass, maybe it's handmade or vintage. You have to be very precise about what your product is and include that at the beginning of the title. So when people scroll on their phones, they won't be able to see the entire title that you write. They will be able to read the, let's say, first 5 words, and also those will stand out. So in the first part of your title, include exactly what your product is. If you want to include something broad, such as wedding jewelry, jewelry for men, anniversary jewelry, personalized jewelry, you can actually think about placing that at the end of the title. When it comes to tags, the order does not matter. So it doesn't matter if you include watch for men first or pendant for women last. So those 2 keywords will actually be considered the same. Now, something that many people do not look at when it comes to editing their product is all those options that you have in there about materials, about attributes, about occasions. So think that you can actually include wood, brass, silver, 14K gold within your listing, and also maybe it is for a certain occasion. Maybe it's for Christmas, maybe it's for Halloween. So those attributes, those things that you include there, materials, occasions, will actually act as extra keywords. So that is something very useful, and you should take the time to edit your product fully, as well as the description, in order to have a very compelling listing on Etsy. Now, the sixth thing that you should do after you have listed your product, after you've opened your store, you have thought about shipping, you have designed everything, you have great photography, you have edited them, uploaded them, the store is live, you need to bring more traffic to your store. And that brings us to the sixth tip, which is social media marketing and promotion. You can open an account on all social media platforms and start posting there. Make a video, take a photo of your product and list them everywhere. You can use Pinterest, you can use Instagram, Facebook groups, and TikTok. So do not try to miss out on some of those. Say that I don't like TikTok because there's a lot of, I don't know, crazy stuff there. I do not like to post on YouTube because I do not want to show my face. You do not actually have to show your face anywhere. You can actually showcase your product, take a short video, maybe show your bracelet on your wrist, maybe make a small video from different photos with a necklace, with a pendant, with a ring. So that is a very easy way to bring in more customers. So social media in this day is maybe 50% of your business. Etsy will bring some of your traffic there, but that alone is not enough. When you set up an Instagram account, a Pinterest account, you can actually bring interested people, so potential customers, to your store. That was the video for today, guys. I hope you learned something new and now you can open or improve your Etsy jewelry business. Because if you take all that advice and apply it to your store, that will lead to better sales, to better photography, to better conversions. So once again, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until next time, guys, do not forget, there was never a better time.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, a disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our